Greetings, humans. I'm Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill of Parties.
Right, so you know what it's like when bands put out an album, and then they go on tour, and then it takes 2 or 3 years until they put out new stuff?
Yes.
Insomnium released an album in January, and now they have new stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually like extras from the album that didn't make it on the album.
Yeah, because they write too much.
Yes.
It's big.
Yes, so Insomnium is the melodic death metal band that wants to compete with progressive metal because they have a 40-minute song, which is basically an album, and now their average songs are very, very long too. And this is Song of the Dusk. And it's not Dusk, but it was Dusk earlier today.
Hey, maybe it will be dusk again by the time it's done.
Which one is it? Dusk is evening, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be dusk sometime.
Yeah, it will be dusk before the song's done because it's that long.
Yes.
Are you ready?
No. I think it didn't take it. It did take it.
It already sounds like Insomnium.
Nature and sadness. Ooh, fading in.
You know how Insomnium have like heavy songs?
Yes.
That are fast and screamy and have a lot of double pedals or maybe even blast beats? Like Godforsaken, for example?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how Insomnium have sad songs, slow songs, atmospheric with a lot of guitar melodies, like Heart Like a Grave? You know how Insomnium have a song that does both of them at the same time?
I mean, Godforsaken does both of them too.
Yeah, but not like this one. Godforsaken alternates a lot. This is like you have both of those energies in there pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, because you have that lullaby almost theme going on the lead guitars all the time.
Yeah.
So the leads are omnipresent in this one. I think we barely had any section without lead guitars in the background.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like they hypnotize you. They get you into this drowsy, longing state, whatever, and then Marcos Hirvonen is just like, ooh, machine guns, yeah.
Wow, there were some keyboards as well that had a bit of a fairy tale-y vibe, which works because they're a very fairy tale-y band. I like how they did the intro because you have a minute of just gradual build-up.
And guitar lead.
Yeah, and guitar lead, like leads fading in, and they just show you images of nature, and that by then you're so immersed in it. I was thinking it's gonna be a ballad with just a montage of images of nature. And then they did an acoustic guitar, and then they did the Nilo.
Yeah.
And when I mean they did the Nilo, I mean they dropped the Nilo very heavily straight on your head. It's raining Nilos. The weather girls would be happy.
Those are the... If the weather girls are watching, is Nilo the kind of man you're hoping for?
Yes. I think he is. He's big, buff, and Viking.
Yes. He really should be.
And he's also in touch with his sensitive side because they're the saddest band in the world.
Yes.
And this is one of the saddest songs from the saddest band in the world, and we're very happy about that.
You know?
Yes. We were just talking about how leads are there all the time. And now they're not. Keyboards, piano.
On
Rotary Winter Sun orchestrals.
Right. So now that you mention Winter Sun, there are very few situations in which I like a fade out.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly to atmospheric songs.
Yes.
Where it's like if it's this kind of entrancing thing, then it kind of slowly creeps on you and then slowly oozes out. That's how this song was made. Really, really nice. And what I really like about a fade out is when you don't have just the entire sound go out at once. So what you mentioned about Winter Sun, that's what happens in Sleeping Stars. There's a whole metal component there that just fades out and you're left with your orchestral. Same thing happened here.
Yeah.
But kind of gradually. First the guitars and drums started fading and then the orchestral started fading as well. And during that small time while the metal components were fading out ahead of the orchestrals, you got a very clear view of what was actually going on the symphonic element. And I think they even had wind instruments in there. Like it sounded like there was some trumpet, trombone, tuba mix there.
Pretty sure it wasn't a tuba.
I wouldn't know. It depends how you mix the tuba.
Jani Limatainen sings so convincingly like a siren that if he didn't have a big beard, you'd almost think he is one.
But he sounds like a dude.
Like a siren dude.
A siren dude?
Yes.
So like
you put a fishtail on a dude. What's so hard to figure out?
I don't know, it doesn't fit the stereotype.
Yeah. Plus, I'm pretty sure he doesn't smell like fish.
I mean, it depends what he had for breakfast and how much he spilled.
Okay. Or if you went to the fish market. Never mind. We're not interested into where these folks do their shopping. That was so good. It didn't really bring a lot of new elements for the second half, aside from the siren Yanni.
I felt that exact moment when we let it go after the pause, just that one chord sounded like a doom metal moment.
Yeah.
But then instead of keeping it going on a doomy riff, they just let it go back into the atmospherics again and they introduced the white silhouette with the sheet covering her face and that was choking and I have no idea what was the deal with that thing.
I think there's a duality meaning yin-yang thing to the video because there's a black being shaman thing and then there's a white sheets covered human.
Yeah, and the black being shaman thing is up in the mountains next to a waterfall and the white sheet human is down in the fields.
Yes.
But they're both going,
mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's like a praise to the nature or something. I can kind of relate to that actually. Like if I would go hiking on mountains or stuff like that and you get a beautiful view, like you get to see a waterfall or you just get on top of a mountain and it's like a big mountain range you're watching it and you're just like,
yes,
on top of the world.
Yeah, this is very much going to the mountain music.
Yes.
It makes me want to go to the mountains. And I don't know what's with a blood-covered Jesus thrown in the waterfall.
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's probably got something to do with the concept of the album, which is like witch hunts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they introduced the wolf again.
Yes. I mean, it's just like recurring elements from previous videos.
Yeah. Yeah, wait, actually it does. Like, it looked very similar to Godforsaken with the silhouettes, and it had the wolf from Lillian. What's happening?
Things are happening.
We need constant trivia. Comments. Go. Give us.
Also, speaking of trivia, does anyone know where the hell this was filmed? Because I want to go there.
I'm assuming Finland.
I want to go to that waterfall and do this myself. But I wouldn't be wearing sheets. I'd be wearing an Insomnium shirt.
Are you gonna get a staff?
If Gandalf will give me his, although I know that when he went to visit Theoden King, he wouldn't let them take away his staff. So I don't know if Gandalf would give me his staff.
Fair.
But if Gandalf would give me his staff, I would take a staff.
But you would have to go for Gandalf the Grey's staff, not Gandalf the White, because that one would be too fancy for that scene.
I'm cool with any staff as long as it's from Gandalf.
Are we done here?
Yes.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Of course, it's out.